Karabe-kun might be waiting for me. I should get going.
There was another dream, that means.
Oh. Hey, Fuyusaka. You the only one here?
Hi, Amiguchi-kun.
Karabe-kun's not here, huh?
I had this dream. It's bugging me. I kind of wanted to talk about it. How about you, Amiguchi-kun?
Yeah, my dreams have been crazy lately, too.
Do you see robots, too?
No. Well, okay, sure, yeah, they're kind of like robots.
They look like insects.
What kind of robots?
Well, they were more like androids. I mean, you couldn't tell them apart from human beings.
I don't think so. I've seen yeah, I don't think so. We've seen her as a robot when we were playing with Natsuno, and we've seen her as a robot when he was running around with she had the leg messed up, and it was with I think. But I haven't seen a dream where like he sees her as an android.
And I'm there in some kind of lab with all these androids?
Yeah, I've never seen that.
I know that place. I was there too, in my dream. The 6th biggest underground laboratory in Shikishima. Or something.
That place is underground?
And I saw Usami-chan there too.
Tomi Kisaragi. Yeah, me too. It's gotta be the same place. Okay.
There it is.
So... And that should work okay.
Memory data is now ready.
See, now he looks a lot like Ida.
Thank you, Tamao-san. I really don't know what I'd do without you.
Don't worry, Ida-kun. You succeeded with me. I'm sure you'll do fine with her.
I'm sorry I had to prioritize her. Don't worry. We'll get you a body too, soon.
I'm looking forward to it.
So he's just a mad scientist creating a whole bunch of robots with personality of people he remembers. 2,100, that's a year.
Let's begin.
Initializing composition. The simulated personality and memories have been synchronized.
Please, come back to me. Tomi, do you recognize me?
Ida-kun? Wait. Are you his older brother? Did he even have a brother?
It is you.
You look so... grown up.
I'm sorry it took so long. It took 8 years, even with the technology underground.
I can't move. She's having trouble understanding her situation. I will inhibit her emotions to avoid a panic attack. What's happening?
Captain Chaz.
Listen, try to stay calm. I analyzed your data from the records in Sector 0. I found data for your old memories, your mind. And now I've transferred them into an android body.
You mean I'm not human?
Tamao-san, please turn up the sensitivity on those inhibitors.
Kisaragi-san, you're like me now. An AI, based on memory data. You are constructed to think and act just like her. To be Tomi Kisaragi.
You're still you.
Let me try to calm her directly. Could you connect us?
Do what you can. Please.
Yeah, that's really messed up, dude.
We've got a problem with the Sentinels, Ida-kun. The Sentinels we thought were complete aren't responding. The Sentinels are working off of the same codebase as the D-series. So it has to be the D-code control holding them back. If we want to disrupt that function, well, we need someone compatible to maintain direct access. Something wrong?
No.
Is this a bad time?
No, everything's fine now. She's calmed down.
Really? Tomi?
What happened to the real me?
Well...
Please, be honest.
Juro killed you. You and the other kids. And I put him down.
Oh, so, and when she says, and I put him down, that was like at the bridge, maybe? Hey, Ginger! Right? Yeah, exactly. It's a exactly. She can put me down with her booty. Yeah. A Tomi android in a Tamao AI that is supposed to get a body next line up with the two androids we have seen so far in Yuki's story. Yeah, exactly. So they do line up, yeah. The thing is, Juro took over Tamao's body. So what did he do with Tamao's AI? No clue. So that means that that happened in the past. Like the part where she shoots him in the bridge is like the second time she tries to kill Juro, maybe. I won't see. I have to wait until the that like chapter is over so I can see it in the event archives. But
man, what time is it?
Oh yeah, you're right. I made a mistake. Yeah, you're right. You're correct. So what did he do with the original Tomi that was in that robot?
So in that dream, my name's Tetsuya Ida. It looks like it takes place in the future. And Fuyusaka's apparently been seeing stuff in the same place. Huh. I've been seeing things through Tetsuya Ida's eyes. But Fuyusaka...
Yeah, we know she's...
Actually, now that I think about it, the Ms. Morimura in my dream...
She's Morimura. Yeah.
She kind of reminds me of Fuyusaka.
We know it's her. Like, Morimura is like... She's in so many... She's leather clad. She's the nurse. She's the kid. She's Fuyusaka. She's everyone. Like, she's literally everywhere. Like, that's crazy. You know what this reminds me? You know what this game reminds me of? I won't spoil because like maybe you haven't seen it, but if you've never seen the show Dark, the TV show Dark on Netflix, and you enjoyed this game, you really have to watch Dark. It's so good. And it will remind you of this game a whole lot. Doesn't touch on the same kind of, it's not like Sentinels and robot aliens and stuff.
I have a giant thing in my hands.
Definitely remind you of that show. R-Star, thank you so much. I appreciate it. Thank you so much for the follow. Guys, if you don't know R-Star, we rated them yesterday. Super fun streamer. Was playing some what was the game again? It was Elden Ring. Yeah, I was playing some Elden Ring yesterday. It's not, wait. It's not registering. I'm trying to do like a shout out command. Oh, there it is. Nice. Haha! Boom, there it is. I've been looking at this game. Oh, it's so good, R-Star. It's fantastic. It's like Dark is my favorite Netflix TV show, and this reminds me a whole lot of it. And it's so much fun. Like trying to figure out who's who and like the whole kind of story and stuff, and the fact that it's given to you in like those tiny chapters. It's so good. It's really like watching a TV show. It really is. That's how it feels like. It feels like watching Dark with the reveals every episode or so, and just like having your mind blown all the time. Like it feels that way. The cool thing with Dark too is like you know, like sometimes like a TV show, they have like a premise and it's a super good premise, and then it kind of loses its way because there's too many seasons and they keep trying to up the previous season, and it seems like the story is kind of like made up as it goes. With Dark, they wrote down the story for like 3 seasons, and that's the entirety of the thing. Like it was made that way, so all the pieces fit into place and it all makes sense. And if you watch the 3 seasons, everything kind of matches up together and everything makes sense, and there's a beginning and an end, and it's great. I love that stuff so much. I hate when they go too long and they kind of like lose their ways, and then it kind of, you look back on the show and you're like, it was kind of meh. Like Dark is just is so good. Let's go to battle, Orgrimmar. Boom, started it. Dark Matter? I don't think it's all Dark Matter. I think it's all just Dark. Yeah, it's Dark on Netflix. It's a German show, so you can either watch it in German, subtitled, or you can watch it dubbed in English. I watched it dubbed, and it was fine. Obviously, it's not like perfect. The mouth don't always fit what they're saying and stuff, like obviously. But it really like it takes like maybe an episode or 2 to like kind of get used to it, and then you forget about it, and then you just enjoy the show. Like the story is that good that you just won't care. I promise you, it's worth sticking with it. It's incredible. There's like, once you'll be done, you'll be like, wow, like I've just experienced something. But it reminds me of that so much. Like, it's crazy. I love that stuff.
You in there? Not coming out today?
I still think that the singer is Tommy.
Hello? Nothing to see here, just a guy talking to his TV. Okay, maybe I'm just going nuts.
No, you're not. I'm glad you talked to me.
Like an older Tommy.
There you are.
Because she liked singing. And he pushed her, like Ida, well, the Tetsuya Ida we see pushed her to continue like your singing and stuff. It feels like maybe that'd be her as well.
What is going on?
From the sounds of things, this might still take a while.
What do you mean?
Are you the real Miyuki Inaba? Or something else, just wearing her face?
There's only one Miyuki Inaba in the world. But whether this face is just a mask, it's hard to say. Sometimes a mask is all an idol has. Sometimes it's all they are.
I know this is a normal TV set. It doesn't even do video phone stuff. Pretty sure I shouldn't be able to talk to someone through it.
Yeah, so it plays like, mostly like whenever you're in story mode, it's always like you can go left, right, and there's like a few things you can interact with, and it's mostly just you're watching the story go on, right? There's not that much of gameplay attached to it. But the game is like divided into sections. So there's like this where you follow the story, and like you can go into the story of the 13 different characters, and you can jump from one to the other until you meet like a blocking point, and it will tell you like to continue you need to reach however % on another character, so you have to play somebody else for a while, and then you can come back and finish the story or whatever. But also outside of that, there's also combat, and the combat is like in a different section, and it's still tied to the story, and you're battling in giant robots in like a semi turn-based kind of combat, and you're trying to defend a terminal versus like waves and waves of enemies. It's crazy good. Like even the combat is extremely deep. It's really fun. So and when I say like semi turn-based, it's kind of like active time battle, right? So like if you don't input command on your characters, the enemy will keep moving and attack you. But if you select the character in your team and and they can act, the time stops until you pick an action for them. So it's like not entirely turn-based because like it's kind of like real time, but it pauses every time you want to input like something. It's very story heavy. Yeah, exactly. It's ATB but in RTS style. Yeah, that's the best description you could put in. Yep. So the only thing you don't have like base building. You know, like sometimes in RTS you have base building. There's not really that component. Like whenever you drop into a battle, you have your units and there's just like waves of enemies coming. There's no like you don't build like, you know, a supply depot and then like something else that creates new units and stuff like that. You just go with your team that you have. But you can upgrade your team, like your pilots level up. You can level up their attacks, so like you can unlock new attacks, and in each attack that they have you can like boost the strength of it, so it becomes like, I don't know, like missile +2 and then +3 and so on. And later on I've seen that like you can put in like actual upgrades. It seems like there's like slots on your under robots and you can put in stuff in there. I haven't unlocked that part yet, but apparently it's a thing. So yeah. And also if you do want to get the game, I would highly recommend you get it on the Switch if you have a Switch. And the reason for that is the Switch version has more stuff in it, slightly. It had like it has more stuff in the combat system. Like they added new skills for some of the pilots. 26 new skills. So obviously, you know, you wouldn't lose any of the story and you would probably still enjoy the combat a whole lot. But like if you really want the most complete version of the game, it's on the Switch. Dub of the Italian series Lupin. Each season has got the overarching mystery. Oh, nice. The new pilot skills go a long way to making the pilots even more unique. It really feels that way. Yeah, true. I agree. I mean, I can compare with the other one, but I can tell you that since you told me they have like individual secret skills that you can unlock, it makes the characters very distinct now. Like when I look at them now, in my mind, I'm like, oh, you're that kind of guy, and you're that kind of guy, and it kind of like each character has its own kind of specialty. I like it a lot.
You yourself are the transmitter. The TV is just the receiver. This is the only way I can communicate with you. I was blocked by universal control. The system denied me access. So I had to sneak in on this broadcast.
Kinda over my head, but I guess the point is, you hijacked the airwaves, and that's how we're talking.
You could say that.
Why me, though?
You're the only one I can find. More accurately, your ID is the only one I could locate. But even beyond that, I know I can depend on you.
Yeah, so if you want an idea of like how crazy it gets, like these are all the events that happen in the game, and you're playing them out of order. So anytime you complete like a segment, it like new events can populate that timeline, and like in this timeline is in order. So as you can see, like I got the first two, and then like nothing, and then like a bunch more, and then nothing again because I'm missing parts. So it's kind of like as you're watching it, you're kind of trying to figure out like, okay, that happens between that and this, and so this means that or whatever. And the crazy part too is like, there's no, it's not like the game is telling you like, oh, you played that one character and once you're done you have to move on to the next one. When you start the game, you can start with whatever character you want, like mostly, and you can go in whatever order you want mostly. So I have a very different playthrough than had when he first played it, and even Meckel that's in chat had as well. Like some stuff was a reveal to me. I was like shocked when I learned it, and like Meckel wasn't, because in his playthrough he got that information super early on because he did the game in a different order. So like everybody that plays the game has a different experience basically. Did lower the health of enemy units for the Switch version by 5-10% to speed up combat? Really, Captain Chaz? That's crazy. Huh.
Okay, back up. You said something would take a while. What were you talking about?
It will take a while to help you understand
Understand what?
our situation. I'm being tracked. I'm cutting the connection for now.
Huh. Okay. Oh, we got new combat stuff. Nice. That means that we've reached 30% story. Interesting. I do want to see this. The Cybernetic Organism Development Room in Shikishima Tech Lab 6. It is located 6 levels underground in the year 2100. This was an experimental facility where everything but the brain was replaced by artificial objects in a human body. Tetsuya Ida was developing a way to turn humans into androids. Although Sector 1 was destroyed by the Kaiju invasion in 2104, this laboratory remained unarmed since it was underground. That was it? That was the only thing that was updated? It said 3. Yeah, we're at 30% exactly. Oh, I've not unlocked them. Oh, I see what happens. Okay. Interesting. The reason why I play on normal versus intense is because it's easier to get an S rank, and getting an S rank allows me to get like all the bonuses basically, and not have to redo the same mission over and over again until I get it. That's literally the only reason, because otherwise, like, I much prefer to combat in intense, because it's, well, it's intense. But yeah. I played intense. I did it. I did the first 3 battles. I couldn't get a nest on this one. I tried it like 2 times. I couldn't get a nest. So I mean, maybe now I know more about the battle system I could, but like I couldn't get it. So I was like, it's gonna take me too many tries. So I reverted back to normal, and then I've been playing on normal ever since.